What's going on, y'all? Thursday, Wake Up Barstool. We got a little Thursday night football preview, and Kate has another Thursday night football roast. We got PFT's questions from a third grader, and we got a great show planned. JMU head coach Bob Chesney stops by to talk about the playoff push, and it all starts now. What's happening, y'all? Welcome in. Thursday, Wake Up Barstool. Me, PFT, Mark, Titus, Jersey Jerry, and Big T, our ebullient, effervescent Big T. It's going to be a great day here today.
There he is.
Very excited.
Don't you smile, Big T? You're prettier when you smile.
Good morning.
Who needs a cup of coffee? He's fighting to smile.
That's offensive to say that, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
He's fighting to smile right now.
Just trying to poke the bear a little bit.
Come on, Toots. How about just show me a grin?
Look, I just want to address the elephant in the room, and that is the national television debut of PFT's mullet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it looks incredible.
Also, I think
looks
right now
absolutely
is
fantastic.
maybe the debut of my mom knowing that I have a mullet. So
your mom had no idea before this.
She probably just turned the TV off. She's probably very upset. Yeah. Sorry.
I think it looks fantastic.
Thank you.
This was a planned thing? This was a spur of the moment thing?
One might think it was spur of the moment given my mental state after Jaden Daniels' elbow exploded on Sunday Night Football. No, I've been planning this for the last 6 months or so.
Okay.
And then finally decided I'm going to pull the trigger on Saturday. And it has maybe something to do. I put the El Camino away for the wintertime. And so now I've just got the El Camino in my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes you got to mix it up.
You got to mix it up.
Yeah.
Did you shower again last night?
I did shower.
It just feels so good.
That first shower hit like I don't want to say the drug that it hit like, but Jerry knows. And it was incredible. I'm so efficient now. I'm in and out of the shower in like 5 minutes. I got time to wash my legs now.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Real life hack. Cut your hair.
Cut your hair, really? Yeah, it just makes everything easier. Also, you see PFT has the JMU gear on. Like you said, we're going to talk to Bob Chesney later on. I cannot wait for that next segment, in fact. Before we get into Thursday Night Football, I had another question that I wanted to ask you, and you mentioned it there, the Jaden Daniels Commanders thing, right?
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking in every way. But I wonder, because as you're an NFL expert, you have been for many, many years now, what do you say to the fan who already here halfway through the season knows it's over?
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, what's the protocol here? How do you handle the rest of the NFL season?
You got to become the biggest hater. You just got to start hating on other teams. You got to prey on others' downfalls once you don't achieve your own desired goals of success. That's the key to life, really. And I think that there's ample room in the NFL to find teams to try to tear down. So that's what I'm going to be focused on.
So it's kind of a tough time, though, because all the peers seem to be succeeding, right? Here the Bears are at 5-3. I mean, the Steelers are pretty frisky and good.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on Patriot Dave.
Yeah, listen,
He's insufferable on Mondays.
I don't mind the Steelers. I don't mind the Bears. I got no beef with the Bears. It's mostly for me about focusing on teams like you mentioned, the Patriots, trying to tear them down a little bit, and more specifically, just trying to annoy your coworkers that are most annoyable. So I'm really trying to focus on making our producer and part of my take, Max, and our executive producer / co-host, Hank. I'm trying to focus on making their lives as miserable as possible. So I've got my work cut out for me.
Look, but you know what? It's an honorable endeavor.
Yep.
And I wish you nothing but luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into a little Thursday Night Football. We're going to talk some hoops later, too, as Mostly Hoops just launched. Congrats, Titus. That's awesome, dude. Very excited. College basketball back. Memes already flying left and right. Things to bet on and watch every single night. But tonight, we'll head back to the NFL, Raiders, Broncos. And this is an interesting matchup here, guys, on a lot of fronts. But one of them, to me, is chronologically. Because you're going to have the Broncos and the Raiders both wearing their old school 70s uniforms. That's going to look badass.
All right.
Orange Crushers, the other Raiders. But then it's also Sean Payton and Pete Carroll.
Right.
Yeah. Like, is this 2011, 2013? This is a matchup that we have seen many times. And here we are in 2025. And the Broncos are awesome, and the Raiders, well, they kind of suck.
I'm glad the NFL is like throwing us a little bit of a bone here on this game, being like, at least the uniforms are going to be cool.
Yeah.
right?
Well, and I mean, okay, so this is what I was going to say, though. How many times, guys, have we been here on Thursday and thought that this team was for sure going to win, only for it to go the opposite way?
The Broncos, I watch a lot of Denver Broncos football. My wife's from Colorado. She likes the Broncos, so we throw a lot of Broncos games on. I don't care if they win one way or another, but I will say, as an unbiased viewer of the Broncos, they are an unbelievable team to watch if you don't care if they're going to win. Now, they're winning a lot of games, 7-2. They have a knack for stealing it at the last second. They have a knack for every game they play in is close. They're typically losing, and Bo Nix has played 3.5 quarters of bad football and then turns it on. It's like the worse he plays, like the more confident he gets somehow. I don't understand it. The game against the Texans on Sunday, he started like 0 for 9, but each pass that he threw like was further down the field. He's like, oh, I'm 0 for 6. Well, I'll throw this one 40 yards.
Yeah.
Now I'm 0 for 7. This one will be 50 yards. They are very enjoyable to watch, in that like stuff happens. You know, like even the game against the Texans, not a lot of points, but there was chaos. There was you have no idea. It's just a roller coaster of emotions. And I'm saying all that to say, despite this feeling like a Broncos blowout is imminent, the way the Denver Broncos play, like you have to imagine it might be a close game.
Yeah, like the first 3 quarters. So we actually have, I found numbers on this, the Broncos splits that I was to quantify this. So do you know what EPA is? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
All it is like a metric that tries to judge on a per play basis how good you are. The Broncos offense in the first 3 quarters is 22nd in the NFL with a minus 19.7 EPA. In the fourth quarter, that goes to first with a plus 42.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, so not even just a little different.
It's
like
crazy.
a truly completely inverted team.
Yeah.
Once they hit the final frame. Jared, I'd ask you this. What happened to Geno Smith? What happened to Geno Smith, man? He thought he was frisky. He looked okay. Now he's 11 tuds, 11 picks. It's kind of a disaster for the Raiders.
I mean, I'm not the biggest Geno guy, nicknamed Geno Wino, but he's not a good quarterback. He's not a good quarterback anymore. A lot of turnovers. He used to be a little bit more mobile. He's not really as mobile as he used to be. I need him to be okay because I'm in a very big fantasy league, and I have Brock Bowers, who was incredible last week.
He was awesome on Sunday.
40-plus fantasy points. So I'm hoping Geno could turn this around a little bit, keep feeding Bowers the ball. Bowers was out for a couple weeks, but, I mean, I'm not going to say it's a lock, the Broncos, because it's not. So I don't know.
Wait, I want to hear more about this fantasy. How big of a fantasy league are you?
It's more a respect league.
Okay.
It's more of like, it's not like...
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does the respect mean?
So it's just friends from back home.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, it's more so like not about the money.
Yeah, this isn't like
it's
one
about
of your
respect.
big gambling endeavors. This is for pride and bragging.
Yeah, this is for
rights amongst
pride.
your friends.
Yeah.
So you need Geno to step it up so that you get more respect from your friends.
Well, I have Bowers on the team, so I need them. I like when they're behind because they just keep throwing the ball.
Yeah,
but
Also, Jacoby Meyer's gone. You got to figure Brock Bowers now going to get even a larger line share.
No, but is that going to be tougher for him?
Yeah,
because,
that's fair.
Teams are just going to be all over him now.
Now, has Tom Brady called any of the games for the Broncos this year? Because on a Thursday, Tom's going to be a valuable resource for the Raiders. He's going to be involved in like the play calling, all that stuff. So does he have any background talking to, like getting intel from Sean Payton this season?
I don't know, but I do know that Coach Payton is notoriously, I don't think he would be giving anything up to Tom.
Probably not, yeah. I do like how Tom Brady has kind of deflected the conversation about, like, is this conflict of interest? He's like, I'm going to leak a story about cloning my dog.
Yeah,
because no one's going to be talking about that.
We talked about the Brady thing for a day, and then we all just kind of forgot about it, but there was no resolution.
Yeah.
Did we just get gaslit by Tom Brady and be like, no, it's not a big deal?
Is he responsible for Geno being there?
Brady?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I mean, I guess it's too easy to draw a causal line between Pete Carroll and Geno to say that it was Tom.
Yeah.
Tom Brady is affiliated with a franchise that desperately needs a quarterback. Tom Brady has publicly shown an interest in cloning.
Why would he do that? It's interesting.
Very interesting.
Can I say something?
Say something.
If he were to clone himself, he'd be a baby, right?
Yeah.
How does that work? Great point, Big T. if you were to clone yourself, what does your clone? What age is your clone? Is it a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now we still need the
right
female
now,
body to grow the human. We don't have like a human 3D printer yet.
We don't.
No.
Oh, I thought you were cloning. I thought you like step into like a module and then like 2 of you step out.
No.
That's how
be
that's
just-
how
it
the
just-
Prestige works.
How the movies
It'd
work.
be a baby that
Spoiler,
looked
but
you.
like the Prestige, you know.
But if he wanted to clone himself into a championship quarterback, wouldn't he then have to have his parents raise that baby?
Yeah, it's a
In the
nature.
same environment.
Nature nurture comes
Yeah.
into play there.
That's
So,
why I'm concerned about the dog, the clone dog. His old dog grew up in a championship household.
Trust me.
When he had a standard of excellence he was upholding, this new dog is going to grow up and his dad isn't going to be a football player anymore.
Nope. Not going to be a football player gallivanting around playing flag football in Saudi Arabia. It's going to be a spoiled dog.
Yeah.
It's going to be a spoiled dog. It's not going to be the same dog. Last note on this game, the Denver Broncos, a fun stat that I found, have 40 sacks on the year. The Lions are second, and they've got 28.
Wow.
So it's not even close. The Broncos are the first team since the $2,000 to hit 40 sacks in the first 9 games of a season.
The good news is the Raiders have an excellent offensive line that should slow them down quite a bit.
Poor Gino.
Be more
Poor G.
wrong.
What's that?
It couldn't be more wrong.
Yeah.
The Giant line's terrible.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. All right. Hey, listen, sometimes you lose debates. I just lost one.
I didn't want to call you out.
No, you're right.
I
You're
didn't
right.
want to call you out like
You know
that.
what, Jerry? That's what friends do.
I didn't want to call you out like that.
They
You
deliver
gotta
hard
keep
truths.
each other
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Look, it's a big.
My bad.
No, it's fine.
It's a big weekend in the NFL, though. When you look at like potential statement games and you try to figure out who's who. Let's start with this one: Pats at Bucks. Dave told us on Monday he's going to be Bob Kraft's guest. He's replacing Cardi B in the suite. Coming up this weekend in Tampa. I'm just going to be honest, guys. I'm going to have a rooting interest here. I hope the Bucks put it on their ass.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm a little sick of Patriot Dave here on Mondays. I think they got a real easy schedule they're going to be working through after this Bucks game, so it's only going to get worse before it gets better. But this really is like a contender matchup here between one of the top AFC and NFC teams.
Probably the hardest game the Patriots have all season, right? I guess the Bills games, you could say.
Yeah.
We got Ravens coming up, I think, maybe.
And that's true. The Ravens are really badass again, out of nowhere, because Lamar Jackson's back and he's still incredible. I was looking up like QBR and all that today, and Lamar just leads the NFL and everything, of course.
I miss Bucky
Bills and
Irving.
Ravens back to back.
I mean, look at that schedule, bro.
To the point, though, this does feel like a statement opportunity for the Patriots because they're the best team in the AFC record-wise, right? They're tied at the top, but you know, a lot of us that aren't of the Boston variety are just like, well, this is a schedule situation. I mean, respect to how well Drake May is playing, but are they actually for real, or are they just a head of schedule team? We'll find out, I guess, on Sunday.
PFT, do you wish on Drake May's downfall since him and Jane Daniels are in the same boat?
I don't. I don't find the need to like prey on other individual downfall. It's mostly just when your friends have a history of winning, they think that there's something about them that is causing their teams to win, and they develop this superiority complex. Where you're like, I'm a winner, all right?
True.
I'm a winner. I root for the Celtics. I root for the Red Sox. I root for the New England Patriots, the Boston Bruins. Like, this is me. I did that. I have championship pedigree. So then, yes, naturally, I would like, as a fan of Washington sports teams that have historically not held that same standard, I would like to see those people humbled just a little bit. Drake May, I got nothing to. I think he's a great quarterback.
He's a great guy.
And he's, man, when he throws a deep ball, it's very pretty.
I'll tell you, it was pretty cool, too. Did you see him and Will Campbell at the Celtics game the other night?
Yeah.
And they look so young, and they're sitting courtside, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what a
Really
life.
young young guys.
I mean, what a life, dude, to be like 23 or the toast of Boston, 7-2, and you're courtside at the Pats game.
I've got
the
an
king
issue.
and his like honor guard lead night protector.
Yeah, they've got that one cop from the bullpen and at Fenway Park, like sitting behind him, guarding him. Yeah, it's a nice place to be young.
Why'd you all laugh at the young?
I got a problem with Boston Celtics Twitter account. They nicknamed Drake May, quote, Drake May.
What?
Drake.
Yeah.
So Drake May's nickname is Drake May.
They stole my nickname.
Wait, you made this up?
This is what I used to call John Beck, the quarterback formerly of the
John Beck
Redskins.
Beck?
John Beck. And they just ripped it.
Look, PFT, your cultural impact knows no bounds, dude.
I should dial it back on the Boston hate just a little bit, considering who signs my paychecks. But yeah, they are a little bit spoiled. Drake May, again, I hope nothing but the best for him. I think the Patriots have a great team. I like Mike Vrabel a lot. It's not about anything but my friends that root for those teams.
Speaking of friends that root for team, Steelers, Chargers. Big boy here, dude. Come on, Jer.
Tough game.
Tough game. But the Chargers' offensive line is an abject disaster.
Yeah, no Joe Alt. That's big.
No Joe Alt. Rashawn Slater, of course, still out for the season. They just traded for Trevor Penning from the Saints, who...
Is he good? I didn't know nothing about him.
He's terrible.
So that was just desperation.
Yes. He was a first-round pick that turned into a sixth-round pick in this trade. It's complete desperation out of the Chargers. Like, your boy's got to eat.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. The defense looked great last week. Rodgers has not been a problem for us at all this year.
No, it's been good.
He's been pretty solid. I know he's not the best, but, in the NFL, Herbert is 1. I don't know who's 2, but guess who's 3 in passing touchdowns? Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Right there, yeah.
Actually, do you know who's 1 right now? And he's kind of doing it quietly, and I don't know how. Matt Stafford.
He's 1?
21 touchdowns, only 2 picks.
Who I thought Herbert was 1.
Matt Stafford's just like quietly kicking ass right now. Kind of in the background.
Rams are pretty good though.
They are good.
Their defense is great.
Braden Fisk and Jared Verse being on the same D line is insane.
Devontae Adams just catching everything inside the 5-yard line. That's it. I like how they're using him a lot. T-Bob with Penning, the guy that just got traded to the Chargers. At the start of his career, he got kicked out of like 3 consecutive practices, right? Like as a rookie?
Yeah, he was. He's known as a very aggressive player, like in that regard. And I had so much fun watching him at the Senior Bowl, actually back in the day, because he was one of those small school guys that came in and was just whooping ass all week. But it just, I don't know, man. It is not.
I kind of like that mentality.
It is not true. I love the mentality.
I feel like Harbaugh will love that mentality.
Maybe they get more out of him. Look, he's better than he was, and you always first-round picks deal with expectation, right? And so they get held to a standard that maybe they're just not good enough to match.
Yeah.
Like maybe he's a solid player in a new environment with nobody judging him, he'll be fine. But when you have that first-round expectation holding over your head and you just can't even find the start, it's tough. It's tough. All right, make sure you DM TJ. Have you hit him up?
No. I've been off.
But you got to tell him that the tackles are hurt.
Yeah, no, I mean, he knows. He's aware.
Okay, make sure you know.
I haven't been active in the DMs recently.
Okay. Coming up next, dude, we got Bob Chesney, one of the hottest coaches in all of college football. We're talking about the Dukes, James Madison. Playoff team? More next on FS1. Welcome back. Wake Up Barstool here at Chicago. Barstool Sports HQ, and very, very excited right now. We got a couple of Dukies sitting here on the couches. We got PFT. We got Evan Bosenko, Ebo, doing a little guest appearance because we have JMU head coach Bob Chesney on the show right now. Coach Chesney, what's going on, man? How we doing today? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Go Dukes. Love to see it. You too. Love to see it.
Hell yeah, man. So, look, you have a fascinating resume, successful everywhere you've been, a lot of different levels of football. Actually, I want to start here. So when you look at kind of how you've worked your way up the ranks and now you're the head coach of a team that is deeply involved in playoff talks, when you look back on your journey, what did maybe some of those other stops teach you, and how much does it translate from level to level as you keep kind of climbing up the college football tiers?
Yeah, well, the first thing I think it teaches you that there is no job too small. It doesn't matter what it is. Every little thing matters. If it's going to affect this program, it's going to affect this program in either a positive or a negative way. So you got to make sure you affect it in a positive way. So, you may laugh, but at the D3 days, I was also in charge of work study. I was also in charge of game day management for softball. Just ridiculous amounts of stuff on top of all the football and the recruiting and strength and conditioning and special teams and offense and defense and everything that comes with it. But it really did. There's moments where I was doing the laundry. So it teaches you, that everything matters and is professionally and, to the best of your ability that you could do it, the better off that team is going to never realize the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. And that was ultimately, for me, was to provide the greatest experience I could, even at the D3 level, to the D2 level, to the FCS, to the FBS levels. Just make it one step above or two steps above if you can. And that was ultimately, what I learned along the way.
Coach, I'm a big fan. You've done a great job this season, watching all your games. Huge fan of the JMU Dukes. I think they need more respect nationally on their name. To me, it seems like they're the best Group of 5 school in the country at this moment. In my opinion, I'm unbiased, but in my opinion, that's what I truly believe. One thing that's been incredible to watch about the Dukes, at least in the last month or so, is what happens after halftime. JMU allowed 0 points in the second half in the entire month of October, which is crazy. Have you thought about giving the halftime speech before the game starts?
No doubt. I have thought about that, quite a bit. That is a thing that I just am so proud of our guys on. They get, as you watch our season, we get better each week, but they get better within the game, play after play after play. They just keep getting better, understanding their matchup. They don't get caught up in the emotion of getting beat here or there or whatever it might be. And they're just on to the next play. They have really next play speed, next play mentality. And it's really awesome to watch our guys just continue to grow that way and continue to come together. But I might consider that halftime speech before the game. Makes a lot of sense. But then what I do at halftime at that point is then the question.
Yeah.
Coach, I just want to say hair looks great as usual. Nice, clean cut. I just really want to touch more on your defense because you talked about.
I was going to mention the hair. It is a perfect.
I put the call out to JMU Nation. I said,
great question. Good job, Bo.
The JMU Nation just wanted to ask what the hair routine was, but I want to know more about your defense. You went into last year expecting to have D'Angelo Pons and Aiden Fisher. Both transfer out to Indiana, both on their way to being All-Americans, yet the defense is still one of the best in the country. You only gave up 1 yard against Old Dominion in the second half, no points in all of October in the second half. Maybe talk about how you've been able to retool the defense through the transfer portal and maintain the success despite not having those individual players.
Yeah, well, when we first got here, the first year, we had a center, a guard, and a punter that came back that were the starters from the year before. And then we had a lot of guys that played, plays and some meaningful plays, but really those were the 3 starters. So we had 64 or 65 new guys join this team. And then the next year, this year we had 54 new guys joining the team. And I think that is just where the world is at this moment until you get the roster stabilized and until your freshmen become sophomores and your sophomores become juniors and begin to contribute. Then you could, begin to fill it better from below. But really, when you lose a lot of starters, you got to replace them with older guys that have meaningful snaps, maybe coming from other schools. But yeah, it took a lot. You had to find the right guy. You had to find the right combination of past experience and past success in really competitive, stressful environments. And then, as much as you talk about the height and the weight and the speed and the wingspan and all the things that come with it, there's really this other piece of, does this person fit our program? They might fit a lot of other programs in the country, but the way we do things here, will they fit it or not? And that is ultimately what we look for. So as much as we go through the production and we go through the size and we go through all the measurables, there comes this, true connection at the end of, does this guy fit here or not? Because we're going to ask a lot of them on a day-to-day basis. We're going to ask them to compete every day and bring it every single day. And it's very demanding. It's not demeaning, but it's very demanding. And we got to make sure that personality fits. Otherwise, it just doesn't work out.
Well, Coach, and so I can't help it. It's really interesting. You talk about how you kind of came up, everything you were having to do. I mean, scouting, everything else involved. And I ask every Group of 5 coach this, but in this modern setting, right, where your best players do tend to get poached, and you have to go try and find diamonds in the rough and find talent elsewhere. And really, you're at a school, Coach, where you think about all the credit that Cignetti gets and brings all the players, but you're at a school that expects to win. They don't care that everybody left. Do you feel like that past has helped you navigate this very turbulent and insane time where you're having to scout all over the country to try to put these teams together?
Yes, 100%. And I think my stops along the way were not just regional. When I was at Johns Hopkins, you had to recruit through the nation. When I was at Holy Cross, we were all over Chicago, California, really almost everywhere you had to be find that academic fit. So I think now, you obviously want to stay within your region here. We want to be as successful as we can first in Virginia and then move it up to the DMV and then find ourselves a little bit of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, North Carolina. But then sometimes you got to go outside that area, and to have the ability to evaluate and know about other conferences and other states is really an important thing that we all on our staff have experience with. So that has been a big help. But really, we're looking for patterns of past success. Really, that's what it has to be, is that we can't just say he was a 3-star kid that, was highly touted as a recruit, but hasn't played yet. We think he'll be fine. We want to find that guy that has played and produced in pressure situations.
Okay, so that's interesting. So you're saying that you would take a smaller school guy who has had like statistical success or won games at quarterback or something over like an old 4-star recruit that's just been buried on a Power 4 roster for a couple of years.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. For us, and it's not the case for everybody else, but we had a couple 4-star kids here a year ago that came from higher level, and it just, didn't work out as much as it did those guys that walked around this campus. And this is the height of their playing career at this point in time, and they love everything about it, probably have a chip on their shoulder from playing at a lower level, and will give you every single thing they got. There's a big difference in that. That's what we found. Now, everybody runs their program the way they run their program, but for us, that's where we found the most success.
What about, like, hypothetically a rugby kicker who kicked in college like 20 years ago, all decade, not to brag, at a smaller school like Central Virginia-ish? Would there be a guy like that with a proven track record on the JMU Dukes?
100%. I mean, if you could get the film of that, we will evaluate it like we do everybody else.
Okay.
Obviously, there's a lot in there that goes with it, but I have a feeling I know who you're talking about. We would take that guy.
What if he had like a sick ass mullet
all day?
Coach?
Yeah, that's even it. That's even more important. My son's trying to grow one of those right now, so it's
powerful.
It adds to it. Yep.
Yeah, I did actually try out for the JMU football team when I was a junior at JMU. And they told me that I went up to the tryout, and they were like, you play on the rugby team, correct? I was like, yeah. And they said, well, are you going to be able to go to away games? I said, no, that's the thing. I can only do home games. And they said, we're kind of looking for a kicker that plays in all the games. They kind of sprung that on me at the last minute. So I would like the opportunity to make that right at some point. I think I got some eligibility left. But I know Big T's got a question for you.
Yeah. Hey, Bob. I don't know if you've heard, there are several coaching vacancies across the country, and I know that's your agent's job, and you don't deal with that, but you've done a great job, and some people bring your name up from time to time. Do you talk about that to your team? Do you say, like, listen, this is what happens when we have success? Do you not mention it at all? How does that go?
There's nothing really to talk about. So I worry about, what we got to do on a day-to-day basis here, like every other coach in America. But ultimately, to me, I think, there's a lot of different guys that say a lot of different things when it comes down to it. I can tell you that we're, perfectly happy here. This, to me, is this, if you saw this, student body, and you saw the stands, and this is a big time place to play and coach football, and we love everything about it. And ultimately, are there things that someday may show up that are life changing? Possibly. But I've been in this situation a lot of times, and every place I've been, they always talk about, hey, he's leaving, and that seems to be a thing that happens all the time, especially in recruiting. And for me, we just take it one day at a time here and do the best we can. But at the end of the season, I think a lot of people have a lot of different decisions to make, our players included nowadays.
Yeah.
So I think it's, to me, the best thing is open and honest and transparent conversation with our players when those things come up. But we're so focused right now on just being the best we can be, which is what we got to do. You don't get to this point where I'm on the show, our name's in the conversation, because we're letting a lot of external, conversations come into play. That's not what happens. Like, how did we get here? We got here because we cared about having the greatest practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that we possibly can. And we're walking into Thursday right now, and that's all we should be caring about. So ultimately, our guys are singular in their focus. They are locked in, and I'm excited about this team and their continuous progression.
Coach, so it sounds like you're going to be signing a kicker with a sick mullet. You have a linebacker with sick face paint, Gannon Weathersby. He has gone viral multiple times over the last couple of years for his face paint in games. Maybe talk about that ritual, maybe just having a psycho like that on your defense.
Yeah, a psycho for certain, and that's a great way to describe him. He plays football hard. He is, just a tough physical kid. I don't know where the face paint came from, to be honest. I've never even asked him. I pretend I don't even notice it. But it's one of those things that, it's his deal. He loves it. And I think whatever it's bringing out of him, is working for him. So I will never try to squash somebody's deal when they feel that's helping them. So he's done a great job. There's a lot of other guys on the team that are figuring out exactly who they are and what their style of play is. And it just keeps elevating. If that face paint helps them, I'm all in.
Does he do that in practice at all, or is it just strictly always game day?
Always game day, which is why I almost forget to talk to him about, because I've been meaning to ask him about it. And then I forget. We get to game day. I'm like, oh, I forgot to ask him about this. And here he is wearing the face paint. I don't want to distract him. I want him to just be locked in. So I just let it go.
Yeah. Have you ever had like a not intense conversation with him when he's in the face paint, like after the game or something?
No,
has there ever been like a moment where you're just like talking about the family or something and you're looking at him like, I can't, this is a bizarre interaction I'm having?
Yeah, I don't think there's room for that. Yeah. Right? When you're wearing that face paint, I think it's business.
It's just a lot, yeah.
That's it.
Hey, Coach, I know that you guys are doing like a Marvel theme in a couple weeks. The helmets are going to have different Marvel characters on the side of them. Oh. Are you going to have anything different about your game day attire as a coach?
No, I didn't really think much about that yet. I'm just focused on this week, but ultimately, I don't know. What do you think? You send me something, a cape or something? Is that what I should be wearing?
I mean, a coach's cape will go hard.
Would be so sick.
Yes,
oh my
I kind of like that.
Dude.
Although if you lose wearing a cape, you're never coming back from
that. That's fair. Coach, you got Marshall coming up this weekend, road game, and as we've kind of alluded to, right? Like we're here in the show and everything. Like JMU's hot right now, starting to be talked about. How do you approach it with the team? And every coach that we talk to and ask these questions, we've gotten like a few different approaches, but how do you avoid the proverbial Nick Saban rat poison?
Yeah, are you talking about this week?
Yeah, or just like kind of maybe even just going forward.
Like we're gassing you up a lot.
Yeah,
you're getting
no
guys
doubt,
like
no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, we just talked about it in there right now, in our team meeting right before I came on the show. I said, I got to go do this show, with a couple of alums. And, I said it to me that that's just part of the deal that we're on here. But ultimately, it's got to just be locked in. We have to continue to stay locked in. And I think where teams, make those mistakes is they start listening to the outside noise and the distractions and everything that comes with it. And it's nice, though. You want them to be able to enjoy this, right? They've earned a lot of it. So it's important that you don't just brush it under the rug and pretend it doesn't exist, because it does. And it's something they should be proud of. But ultimately, it can't change the way we prepare for our meetings, the way we prepare for practice, the way we practice, and the way we play the game. It can't affect any of those things. It has to do with, is it good for winning and losing? Are we eliminating the losing things, continue to do the winning things, and just step on that field and play the brand of football that we always play, this relentless, tough, physical football for 60 straight minutes is what it's got to be. If it's not helping, that, then we should not be talking about it. But there are things that I do want them to enjoy and experience because of the work they've put into it. And I think that we're all sharing this journey. It's a year-to-year journey based on the portal and everything else that comes with it. So I think it's important that we maximize, this experience at the same point in time without taking away from the task at hand.
That's a fair point, Coach. We appreciate your time. I just want to leave you with this one thought, because on this show, every time we sign off with the coach, we say what our biggest regret in life was. And my personal biggest regret in life is that I ever left Harrisonburg, Virginia. I just wish I'd stayed there my entire life. I just set up shop, become a king there, probably build a statue of me one day. Unfortunately, I left, and every day I wake up thinking, man, that was a short-sighted move on my part. I wish I just stayed in Harrisonburg.
Yeah, just never left.
I mean, it's a beautiful time of year, too, in Harrisonburg.
Statue.
Yeah. So that had nothing to do with you. That was just me sharing my regrets.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that, yep. I empathize.
All right, Coach, you're the man. Thank you so much. You have an excellent day. Kick some ass this weekend on the road at Marshall at noon. Check them out, guys. If you haven't watched James Madison yet, they are very worth your time. Best of luck with everything going forward.
Appreciate it, guys. Go Dukes.
Go Dukes.
Go Dukes.
Let's go, baby.
Coach.
Coach Bob Chesney, man, incredible. He gets it. And I
Great
do
question
love
by Evo.
Great haircut.
I mean, the hair is incredible, to be fair.
The number one requested question for him was, what is the hair routine?
But that was your opening question was, there's no better journalism that's ever happened than that.
Great hair.
I brought
How
the
about the
Blaze to
defense?
national TV.
Your question was great hair, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We have more Wake Up Barstool. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next here on FS1. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. And it's one of my favorite times on every Thursday where we once again tap into PFT's pipeline of third graders. They are well kept and taken care of. They live in a fully insulated barn. They have access to food. Nobody needs to be concerned, but they love sports.
They're very inquisitive.
They love sports. They're very inquisitive. And if there's one thing we want to encourage on Wake Up Barstool, it's curiosity. I think it's a sign of intelligence. So once again, the questions for third grade.
Whoa,
written
is that
in.
new?
We got a new graphics package
Oh my
for it.
God.
Yeah. So yeah.
Maybe we could put more kids on the graphics next time.
Maybe I think we got just the right amount of kids on the graphics package. already.
Okay, never mind.
I think
It's
these-
collaborative.
yeah.
I'm open. Okay.
I do like that graphics package. They're very curious this week. They've got, I believe, 3 questions for us.
Okay, let's see what we got.
So let's dive in here. First question, PFT, sick haircut. The mullet has me thinking, what are the best mullets in sports history? This question was from PFT in Chicago,
Did you
Illinois.
name one of them PFT?
No, I guess it's just a very popular name now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Look at that, dude.
yeah, it's like Caleb, PFT, Dakota, PFT, every kid you see. That's a great question. To me, if I were to make the Mount Rushmore mullets, I got to put Randy Johnson on there.
That's immediately where my brain goes.
Because Randy Johnson had such a classic mullet. The classic, like, 90s pitcher mullet is a very specific one.
Well, also, he has a, like, mullets have gotten cool again.
Yeah.
Randy Johnson's got that dirty mullet.
Yeah.
That real dirty, kind of greasy, mixed with his sort of stringy body.
And it made
that
him look
mustache.
taller, too. Like, can you imagine Wimby if he had a mullet?
Oh, yeah.
How tall he'd look?
Yeah, he'd look awesome. Does the name Rod Beck do anything?
Oh,
for
Rod
anybody in the room?
Beck. Great 90s
Great mullet.
Yeah.
Great. He's a 90s pitcher. Great,
Yeah, big
great
beefy
mullet.
boy. Had the mustache, too.
I got one. It's probably not. People might not like this. Baby Gronk got a good mullet. Baby Gronk. I mean, let's face it.
Speaking of kids.
Best mullets in
It's a
sports
good call.
history.
Yeah, Big Gronk.
He has a great mullet.
He does have a good mullet.
I would also put on here Roberto Baggio, the former Italian soccer player.
Whoa.
Look at that. It was like a rat tail mullet combination, and he had almost like little individual braid dreadlocks on the rat tail. Just an iconic style that nobody has dared even to repeat since then.
Number 10 for Italy as well.
Yeah.
I mean, my guy was crushing.
He was
What about Wake Up Barstool guest Jared Allen?
also a great mullet? Yeah.
Elite mullet.
Elite mullet.
Yeah, he seems like a natural mullet guy. Like he was
Yeah.
born with a mullet. Number 2, I've got Martina Navratilova. The tennis
The
player.
female mullet.
Yeah, female mullet, the famullet is what we call it. I think it was her and Chris Everett might have had like dueling mullets in female tennis, women's tennis at the same time.
She wearing underwear in that picture over her pants?
Yeah, it looks like she is, Jerry.
I think she might be, yeah.
It's like Quail Man.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Good
weird.
observation, yeah.
But yeah, the tennis mullets of the 80s were more like
Is that like a
hair
thing back
metal
in the day?
mullets. Yeah, that was a style at the time. Bring it back, Jerry.
That's pretty cool.
And then my number 1 mullet in sports is Jaromir Jagr.
Gotta be.
All time. That's not even like the craziest Jaromir Jagr mullet. That's like late stage Jaromir Jagr, and he had it for like 25 years constantly. But when he got into the league, it was like permed, it was flowing, it was Russian.
It had a lot of volume.
Yes.
When he was younger. Jaromir Jagr's still playing professional hockey, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's 50 years old and he's still playing hockey. He's still scoring goals. Also, his teeth are just disastrous now.
Yeah.
They've just been just demolished by
You could
pucks.
say that for the next 25 years, and I'd believe it. That
Yeah.
he's still playing hockey.
He's never going to quit.
Yeah.
I also, last night when I was putting this list together, I spent way too long making famous people with mullets. And I just added mullets to a bunch of people that didn't have them. So let's take a look. Dave with the mullet. I think that's a strong look.
Yeah.
I think that's a intimidating boss. Brandon Walker with the
I
mullet.
mean, that just looks normal.
That looks right.
That looks,
I think
looks like it
that
fits.
was a real picture of Brandon. Yeah. Big cat with a mullet.
That looks like a person that I've seen. Oh, look at her.
Carson Wentz with a mullet.
That's a sad mullet.
That one's tough.
I just wanted to make that picture somehow even worse. That was my goal. I think mission accomplished. Colin Cowherd with a
Oh,
mullet.
look at Ugg.
Yeah, that's a man that will do a terrible job negotiating in a Die Hard movie right there.
I feel like you don't see a lot of blonde mullets.
And then, if we can,
Look at this.
Can we zoom in at all on it?
Look at this, T.
We got Big T up
Big
there.
T, yeah.
Who's this
Hold on
guy?
a second.
Big T with a mullet. You look sexy, Big T.
You look good, dude.
Always do.
That guy, though, looks like just an absolute party demon.
Yeah.
Big T with the mullet.
He's carrying the.
I was out of that wedding by 9:15.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but if you had that mullet, you'd have been at that wedding till 2 a.m.
I don't know.
Smoking cigarettes when they're doing the when they're sending the bride and groom off.
Yeah.
I always love hanging out till late night, and then you get all the catering food.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? They just send you home with like the giant trays of all the leftover hors d'oeuvres.
That's nice.
All right, next question.
Mark Titus. Oh, a specific one for Mark. This is from Matt from Lafayette, Indiana. Mark Titus, is Indiana a football or a basketball school?
Ooh, this is a great question.
Great question.
Great question.
Matt.
The football program is definitely better than the basketball program. I am curious where the cutoff is, because my father, this was something White Boy Rick, our resident obnoxious Indiana fan at Barstool, my father visited the headquarters not too long ago, and at this point Indiana was like 4-0 in the season, and White Boy Rick walks up to him and wants to talk about football, and my dad just shut it down immediately and started talking about the basketball team. And this blew White Boy Rick's mind. I had to explain to him, for men of a certain age in Indiana, it does not matter how good the football team is.
Yeah.
They only care about the basketball team. But I also sense the shift changing. So I don't know. I guess it would depend on what age you're asking. Anybody like older than 35, they're like, listen, this football thing, it's incredible. I hope we win the national championship. At the end of the day, if it doesn't translate to basketball success, does it really matter? Whereas like the younger generation, I think, is like, we're a football school now.
Would it be like in The Grinch when his heart grew 3 sizes? Like if Indiana keeps winning, if they win the Big Ten, will they even win over the most diehard older Indiana basketball fans to be like, okay, I'm all in on Indiana football now?
I mean, I use my dad as the example because he is he's the perfect idea of what you would picture like an old school Indiana basketball fan. He cheers, he watches the football team, he cheers for the football team, but it's like, It's like most cities feel about their basketball team, I guess. That like the Cavs, Cleveland is like, we're a tortured city. We never win anything. The Cavs win one. Everyone's like, this is awesome. And then they immediately go, but it would have been cooler if it was the Browns.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how a lot of old people in Indiana view the football team. But having said all that, they're not used to success. I mean, they've watched decades and decades and decades of like 2-win seasons.
Yeah.
So the idea of like actually having a good team like this, they're just sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Pigskin success is a heady drug.
Yeah.
As a fan. I mean, look at the crowd in Bloomington right now. It's just absolutely packed. And the thing is, dude, Indiana was the losingest football program of all time.
All time.
It's not even like they were bad. They were the worst.
I could talk for hours my stories of going to Indiana football games when I was growing up and how there was nobody there, and you just get it. They just like let people in for free. You didn't even need a ticket. It was insane. The idea that was a Big Ten school was laughable, and now they're number 2 in the country, maybe the best team in the country.
Yeah, they look awesome. All right, another question from a 3rd grader. What do we got here?
This is from the Rizzler.
Oh,
the Rizzler
celebrity question. You have the Rizzler in the bar?
I just put out I put out the signal and I opened it up, and so the Rizzler, I guess, responded, Jerry, what is your strategy for coming up with your parlays? That's a great question by the Rizzler, because a lot of us see you put these parlays in on a Sunday, and we sit next to you, we bet alongside you, we root for you. You hit a massive one on Sunday.
So I guess for those that don't know, Jerry on Sunday, what was it, plus 46,000?
Yeah, 470 to 1, I believe, yeah.
470 to 1. It was a 4-quarterback touchdown parlay, demon mode, a 6-figure winner for Jaron Big Cat.
Yeah, pretty crazy. I don't do any research, and I want to say to the people, if you ride the parlays, you're going to lose very often.
Yeah.
You know, we put 6, 7, 8 in every Sunday. You're going to lose for a couple weeks, but when you hit, you're going to hit big. You know, if you keep track of your units, you know, we have a good chance of being up on the year.
But what's your strategy? Like when you sit down on a Sunday and you're like mashing all these buttons, how do you go through that?
Well, I don't really want to say.
That's what the Rizzler. It's not for me. The Rizzler.
Well, so pretty much, I hate a guy who scores the week prior.
Makes sense.
I don't like picking a guy who scores the week prior.
Okay.
And I also really, really enjoy betting a guy who has 0 touchdowns or 1 or 2 touchdowns on the year. Up until this point, this is, we're going into week 9 now, right? Week 10. So I like betting a guy who only has 1 touchdown.
You like the guys that are due.
Because that shows me
it's a bit counterintuitive, which is why it sounds so smart.
And I also love a team who gives up a lot of wide receiver touchdowns because I'm not going to take the wide receiver 1 because everybody's betting the wide receiver 1. I like to take the wide receiver 3, 4, 2, backup tight end. I enjoy betting a lot.
So there's a method to the madness.
Yes, but I bet Noah Gray and Dalton Schultz almost every week, in different parlays. I don't think they have a touchdown this year.
And sometimes you run into the perfect storm where you've
Exactly.
got the number 2 wide receiver on the Steelers that has never scored a touchdown ever.
Yes.
And then you just bet him every single week to score.
Yeah.
And it always loses.
Yeah.
So you can't lose on these.
Yes, you will lose on these. I will
Yeah.
say, you will lose a lot. But when you win, you got the potential to win big.
So and not only did you win big there, but last week on this show, you won $1,000 from
Yes.
PFT. But you've decided to double or nothing. A little Jersey Jerry double down. What have you cooked up here?
Yeah, so it's a double down. It's not a double or nothing.
Okay.
So, PFT, can you identify both of these Washington players in these matchups?
Okay. All right.
So here's the first one.
So this is like a celebrity combination thing.
All right. That is Jason Campbell on the inside, and then on the outside.
These are so impossible. When they do these
That's-
on the dozen, I have no idea.
That's tough on the outside. I've got an idea. The hair's kind of hard to see. I'm going to say
5, 4.
Josh Johnson.
Eh.
I got
Jordan Reed.
Who was it?
Jordan Reed.
Oh, it was Jordan Reed.
Let's do one
Okay,
more.
that's tough.
Let's
that
do a
hair,
fun one.
That hair was tough.
Let's do a fun one.
A fun one. Let's do a
Okay,
fun
let's
one.
go.
Let's do a
Here we
fun
go.
one.
I cannot. I have no idea.
Yes, you do. Come on.
I have no idea.
Think of some of the best Redskins. Guys who catch the ball.
Okay, Santana Moss. I have no idea, Jerry.
Is this LeVar Arrington?
That's one. That's one.
Guys who catch the football, Sean Taylor.
And
I don't know.
Luke McCaffrey?
No.
Or Carson
Chris
Wentz?
Cooley.
Oh, okay.
LeVar Arrington and Chris Cooley.
that is the most nightmare.
I like this, Jerry. I want more.
One more.
Okay.
All right, that's Jaden Santana Moss.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
We got it.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, so wait, what does this mean? Who wins money?
I think Jerry still wins the money.
Okay.
How about this? How about
Jerry, I need more of these.
Yeah, we'll do
I
it.
I want more.
Do
of
more
these
face
moving
mashups.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do. How about this? Instead of giving me the cash, you pick 2 good plays that you like for Sunday. I pick 2, and we just put it on something.
We'll put it on parlay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I like
maybe,
that.
Maybe you'll be the next big winner.
Jerry, by the way, he's incapable of taking a win.
Yeah.
Because every time he takes a win, he has to parlay it with something. He's got to reinvest it and move forward. I think Jerry had a great idea the other day that if he hits a big parlay like that, people should be able to tip him out.
Well, no,
Blackjack.
hold up. It was my idea, yes, but this isn't for me. This is for the people.
Yeah, Jerry already won his.
Yeah,
It's just for the
I'm
next
good.
guy.
I'm fine. I'll probably be up the rest of the football season. But I think it would be really cool if some of these apps had, if you hit a big parlay.
Yeah, you
and
break
people
off a little
ride it,
piece for the- yeah,
a little
yeah.
$5 tip.
I agree.
Never hurt nobody. I've been known to be a big tipper at restaurants. I'm always giving 30%.
Well, you're a man of the people.
Yes, you have to be. So I appreciate people who help out. And if somebody's helping out, on any of these apps and giving you some information, and you're hitting some big ones.
Bro, if you won me $100,000, I'd break you off.
$5.
Yeah, I'd break you off a little bit. Don't
But again,
worry.
this isn't for Jerry. This is for the next guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's for the next guy.
Yeah, yes. It's a function for those who would lead their friends to gambling success. All right, guys, hour 1 of the books, hour 2 coming up. We still got Big Tease to get to. We got a little G5 blind resume, more JMU propaganda. Look at the college football weekend that will be. Mostly hoops. More Wake Up. Got me riled up here, Jer. Hour 2 of Wake Up Barstool starting up. All right, guys. So look, college football playoff rankings came out on Tuesday. I thought it pretty good, huh? CFP.
They did a good job.
I think
Yeah.
the criteria seems to be better this year than in years past.
Yeah, I think. And look, that's like a resounding endorsement. That's a ringing endorsement if that's coming from T.
I would love to have that live streamed. The debates, the CFP committee.
Oh, he's so good.
I want to see. We need more transparency. But yeah, I love a bracket.
It's a good looking bracket, T-Bob. In fact, here's what I'll say. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Hats off to the committee.
Literally. or I guess figuratively.
They got it
or
right?
metaphorically. Well, they took their hats off.
They took their hats off as they walked in.
You got to put your hat. You take your hat off as you walk in the door, which bias averted. As dumb it is, though, football is a sport built on coaches using dumb on-the-nose metaphors, and so I kind of love it.
But they didn't have the hats on.
No,
right?
they put them on to take them off.
Crazy.
No, it was fake hats.
They weren't actually wearing
Wait, this is news to me. They put a hat on.
Yeah, I
and
learned
then they
about
took the
this
hat off?
recently as well. Like
So when they
yesterday.
enter the room, they all have to hang their hat at the door.
They all had
there's
the
a
exact
coach
same
stand.
hat, and they like hung it on a hook.
It wasn't a team-issued hat. It wasn't like.
No, they were. They were like
They
college
were.
football playoff.
They're CFP hats. They're white generic CFP
Right.
hats. Yeah, so they take off, hang out the door to say, yes, I may be the AD at Michigan, but for today, I'm just a playoff.
What, like they do this in a hotel somewhere? Is this where they?
Grapevine, Texas.
Yeah. So they basically get to the hotel, PFT, and before they walk into the
Look,
hotel,
PFT.
they hand them a hat.
I mean, I'm surprised you missed it. This is so up your alley.
Yeah.
These were not hats they were wearing. It's like they showed up, they handed them the hat, and then they took the hat, they put it on their hat.
Performance hat. And
It's just a
also,
performative
the hat. Does the hat represent their team at all?
No, it's all the same hat.
That's crazy.
They're actually taking off the hat of doing their job.
Right.
That's a great point,
The hat
dude.
is. They should be wearing the hat. They
Yeah,
should be
you
putting
put a
those-
hat on.
Take the Notre Dame hat, say, put it on, and then put do a Mr. Rogers. You know, Mr. Rogers would have a cardigan on. You take
Yes.
it off, put another cardigan on. You're like, that doesn't make any sense, Mr. Rogers. You're wearing the exact same thing you had on. Like, take the school hat off and put the. I don't know.
One thing.
Oh, no, you're right. No, Mark, you're right. You're actually, I didn't consider this, guys. I feel like this is a huge oversight on my part.
This is terrible. This is the last thing that you want to see when it comes to impartiality. They should be putting on more of the CFP merchandise.
Yes.
Yeah, they just have. That would also be great if they all came in full CFP tracksuits.
Yeah.
because they're a team.
Yeah.
and they got to come together under a united goal to pick.
This
the best
signifies that they're leaving their impartiality at the door.
12. Way to go, CFP! You screwed it up. I read it wrong.
But the bracket's still good.
The bracket's still good. No Group of 5 team in the top 25. Memphis being slotted in there at 12. So with that, our wonderful producers Jeremy and Matt this morning put together some G5 blind resumes.
Yeah.
Let's put the numbers up on the screen, kind of break them down, and see who we think, if we were to leave our hats at the door, the correct hats, who would we think has the who would we think is the best resume here?
Now, I did not make this blind resume. It's crediting me at the top. I did not make this blind resume. But let's just take a look objectively.
Dude, my eyes are so bad I can barely read this. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking at worst loss. When you're looking at a G5 school, I think you want to look at what their losses are if they're not undefeated. I'm seeing Louisville, and Louisville's a pretty good team actually.
That's a great
highly
loss.
Strength of record is also very important because they always talk about, okay, yeah, you're a group of 5. How's your in-conference play? How's your overall strength of record? And
And what strength of record is, it's like the percentage chance that the average team would have of, I think, going undefeated with the schedule that you've played.
Yeah.
Strength of record's pretty even here, though. I think, like, if you're that close together, obviously the 24 comes out, but that team has 2 losses. If you're that close together, I think it's kind of a wash.
Yeah.
I don't think that you can put in a team with 2 losses over a team with 1 loss.
I would agree with that.
If you only get 1 spot, right?
Now, the problem is maybe that, the team at the top has 2 top 25 wins, then the other 6-2 team has 2 Power 4 wins.
So when it says 0, like I'm looking at the team that beat Louisville that didn't allow points in the second half of October.
Yeah,
That's
who could that
zero.
be?
You're right. That's good. That's the only one that hasn't.
When it says 0 Power 4 wins, does that mean like the last couple weeks? Does that mean
No, that means,
No, it's on the year.
that means
the
for
entire season?
Yeah, on the
But
entire
would you
Zero
disqualify?
0 in the entire season?
Yeah, 0 on the entire season.
So is that like Penn State? Is that
That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh,
I also think it's important to maybe put another column in there at some point and say, in their loss that they have, did they actually have a lead at halftime?
Oh,
And that would be an important data point for my personal metrics. I think with that one where it's
It's a strong worst loss.
I am curious who these teams are. So with the
Who would you take here, guys? I mean, look, again, strength of record, kind of a wash. Power 4 wins, kind of a wash, as the 2 teams that have 2 losses. I mean, the only separating factor I'm really seeing is allowing no points in the second half of October.
Yeah, I'm going to put it to Team 1 and then Team 4. I think those are my two favorites.
I might agree with that. Yeah.
I'll go Team 4. and then Team 6.
Okay, let's see who.
One Power 4 win, 38-7-1.
Okay,
I like my
we go.
choices here, dude.
I picked South Florida and JMU. Now looking at the overall record, 6-2. Again, like T-Bob just said, I don't think you can put in a team with 2 losses over a team with 1 loss if you only get 1 spot. So
What do you think about this, T? If you had a 2-loss American champion going up against a 1-loss JMU Sunbelt champion, who do you think gets in?
If South Florida wins out, I don't even think it'll be that close.
Okay.
They'll have a win. They'll have a win at Florida. They will have probably beaten Memphis in a revenge game in the AAC championship. They would be in, and they should be.
So Tulane's interesting here. They're kind of hanging on by a thread. They got to go to Memphis Friday night. We talked to Silverfield about that yesterday. If he can avoid the Wub curse, they should probably win that, take Tulane off this board, advance their own cause. North Texas is a little frisky here. San Diego State's another one to watch out for. They've been playing very good football. They have the top cornerback in the nation right now. It's very exciting, all things considered. Like, there's a lot of good candidates here.
I like this addition. I think that this was a good thing that college football did to put one of the group of 5 schools into the playoff. I think it makes for an exciting conversation. I hope that at some point we'll get a group of 5 school that will win in the college football playoff.
Do you think, is this better, or would a group of 5 8-team tournament be better?
I know, because I think that just becomes like a de facto Division I AA tournament at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to say,
But
maybe it is. Because it's going to be tough for any team.
Would that be more fun? As a JMU fan, winning that, would that
Because it's a group of 5 national championship.
Like you're a national champion.
Yeah.
Is that better than making the college football playoff and losing by 35, say?
That's a great point, because if you are a group of 5 school and you make your own insulated championship, you can always claim we would have beaten all those teams.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can just hang a banner.
You'd be undefeated, hypothetically.
Yeah.
But you've won national championships at a lower level, and that's fulfilling if you're at that level. But JMU is obviously a program that has scaled up and is capable of competing at this level.
Like Big T, how did you feel last year when your team made the playoff and just got smoked? Like not even like the second
on the
kickoff
whole
happened,
of the season.
Like just destroyed. Like not even competitive. Like you didn't belong on the same field.
No, I guess in reflection.
Are you saying would I have rather done that or won
a national
the Citrus Bowl?
Won the
JMU, or won the group of 5
group of 5
tournament? Yes, I would rather go to the college football playoff.
Yeah, I think that
despite again, like it was not even like it was.
Yeah,
you sent a lot of fans up north. Thought you were going to take over the stadium, and it was.
They did kind of take over the stadium, though, didn't they?
Embarrassing.
I mean, we had the worst quarterback in America. It was bound to happen.
Yeah. But to Mark's point, it was an embarrassing.
It was an embarrassing loss. Like it set the program back.
Yeah. I mean, if that's your,
it could be worse. T. I lost 21-0 in a national championship.
Yeah.
Didn't even cross the 50-yard line.
I did want to say real quick.
That's about as bad as it gets.
I did want to say real quick about, if you want to put the graphic back up, Navy, everybody's forgotten about. They play Notre Dame this week. They're probably going to get killed.
Yeah.
But if they somehow won that game, all of a sudden they're in the
No, I love Navy. It's just they, oh man, who's their battle? Were they North Texas last week?
Yes.
They didn't acquit themselves great there.
And again, North Texas is a great team, one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Yeah, very exciting freshman quarterback, Mestamaker, Drew Mestamaker.
Yeah. He's going to be in a powerhouse next season.
Somebody going to pay that man.
Yeah.
Are you going to pay him Big T?
Big T.
I don't pay anyone personally.
Well, you have paid out some good big teases this year. Now, heartbreak last week as Cincinnati completely betrays you.
Disgusting.
On the final
2
leg
in the
here.
morning.
The last leg.
It was bad.
We had a cash out option too. So
I didn't.
Really?
No.
I saw cash. I could
Never cash out, right, Jer?
Because I would have.
I cashed out Jerry's parlay last week.
Yeah.
That was.
Wait, the big one?
The big one.
You were in on the big one?
I was in on the big one.
And you cashed out?
I was in for $50,000 if it hit, and I cashed out for $9,000.
Oh,
but
I mean, still awesome. Still awesome, but geez.
I took some of that money and I did bet the last leg, so I ended up making like $15,000 off of a $100 bet. So
Well,
credit to Jerry.
still-
Credit to
Did
Jerry.
you break Jerry off?
No, I haven't broken it off in Jerry.
Okay, I mean, come on, tip the man like we talked about. Okay, Big T, give us this week's week 11. Week 11, that's so sad. Week 11, Big T's.
I love it this week, boys. I said last week was a must win, and we didn't win. This week is a going to win.
No way.
This is going to win.
Standing on business.
Indiana, -5.5 going to Penn State. They just beat the hell out of everybody. Mississippi State +17.5 at home against Georgia. I think they've got a chance to win that game, although Brandon's going, so who knows. BYU Texas Tech game of the week, over 40.5. Iowa +17.5 against Oregon. I think another game that's going to be very close. Texas A&M money line at Missouri. Missouri without Bo Prabula now.
Yep.
Washington money line at Wisconsin, and Alabama money line at home against LSU.
I mean, this again, it all feels very strong.
They always do.
Which one trips us up? Which one is the one that?
I mean,
Put it up again.
If LSU has some sort of crazy inspired effort
with the dead cat bounce,
with Kelly gone,
so to speak, which I still don't really understand what that phrase means.
Going on the road in the SEC obviously is always tough, but Missouri is playing a true freshman quarterback who did play well.
He's good.
In a little bit he played at Vandy, but A&M's one of the best teams in the country.
Is Wisconsin, like, do I trust Washington? I mean Wisconsin's
if
terrible,
Washington
though.
doesn't beat Wisconsin, then we never deserve to win to begin with.
Yeah,
So.
fair.
Yeah, you take a dead cat, you throw it onto the ground, and then it bounces up a little bit.
That's literally what it means.
That's what it means, I think.
That's pretty violent.
That's pretty crazy.
It's a pretty violent term
What a
to just
wild-
become part of the national lexicon, isn't it? Like, everyone has that experience watching a dead cat get thrown from a building.
Yeah.
Is it violence if the cat's already dead?
I don't know. It's brutal.
It's brutal. It's uncouth. It's maybe a bit What, guys? You don't want to have the dead cat
I mean,
conversation?
you don't
Okay,
really
dude.
see dead cats anymore.
Why not?
I mean, I feel like growing up on the street, you used to always see dead cats.
You think they're better taken care of, or do you think they all die?
I think they're not dying anymore. They're not getting hit by cars anymore.
How often were you seeing dead cats?
All the time.
a lot of dead cats.
Yeah, I mean, when I was young, like playing manhunt outside.
You ever try to bounce one?
Bounce a cat?
Yeah.
No. But I mean, growing up, when we played manhunt and stuff like that,
Manhunt.
I'd see probably 5 dead cats a week.
Which
That's a lot of dead cats, Jerry. That's a fact.
I think you had like a serial killer in your neighborhood.
No. I mean, I don't know. I grew up in kind of like an urban neighborhood.
5 a week though?
Minimum.
Every day.
5 a week, yeah, probably.
what is? By the way, what's manhunt?
Oh, it's somebody goes and hides, and you're all looking
It's
for
kind
it,
of
right?
like,
it's like hide and seek,
It's
basically.
Yeah.
called manhunt.
And,
I can't remember the
at
difference.
night. I don't know the difference, yeah.
Maybe
But
just
yeah, we
one
call
guy
it manhunt.
hides?
I forget.
But that's where
I think once you got found, then you started searching.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
part
I
of
think
the-
so, maybe.
So then it became a manhunt for like the final person.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like
is
that.
it possible it was the same cat?
No, 100% no. These are different colors.
They do have 9 lives, though, Jerry. All right, okay. Mostly hoops, guys. We're going to talk some college basketball. Mark Titus coming up next here on FS1. The Gambling Game. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1. And, guys, basketball season is here. College is back. NBA is back. We have a very exciting new show here at Barstool Sports. That is Mostly Hoops, hosted by our own wonderful Thursday panel guest, Mark Titus. Also, Mark, a med school student, college basketball player.
not true, but-
Kevin Durant said it.
I guess, yeah.
And it's
Kevin
on your
Durant did say it.
Wikipedia,
He
pre-med.
did say it, yeah. I was pre-med for 3 weeks, I think, at Ohio State.
It still counts.
Yeah.
You
Which
know?
is pre-med's not even a major. It's just you're just an obnoxious guy. You're just an obnoxious 18-year-old that's like, I'm gonna be a doctor. You know, do you understand how much you have to do to become a doctor?
Okay, is it fair to call you a doctor of basketball, though?
Sure, why not?
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Hoops. Well, Dr. Hoops. Oh, that's good. What's been your biggest takeaways from the return of the NBA season? College basketball cranking up. How we feeling?
Basketball has been great. I think the start of the NBA season. I'm more of a college guy, but I have to admit the start of the NBA season has been awesome. I think the like VJ Edgecombe for the Sixers,
Yeah.
the rookie that like exploded out of nowhere. Like he was very highly thought of in terms of potential. I think the fact that he's playing so well out of the gate is pretty crazy because he wasn't exactly like dominant at Baylor. He was like pretty good.
He was just dunking on people.
Yeah, he's really athletic. You could see the vision, but now he's scoring like crazy. I think the Lakers are interesting that LeBron James isn't playing and they're second in the West behind the defending champs.
7-2.
Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic
Interesting.
Tres Leches.
Yeah.
It's so hot right now.
Dalton Connect really.
And Dalton Connect's helping. The Chicago Bulls have been a fun surprise. I think the NBA's
what's
had
going on there?
A ton of fun surprises. I think both. I mean, Oklahoma City is obviously the defending champ and undefeated, and like they kind of have until they lose or show some signs of weakness, they have a stranglehold on the West. But the rest of the West is wide open. The East seems wide open. I think the NBA is very exciting right now.
What's going on with the Pacers? No Hallie?
No Hallie. I think the Pacers might be, for the first time in franchise history, I think they might be embracing the tank. I think this has been a complaint about the Pacers for years, is that they just won't tank. The Pacers...
They're like the Steelers.
The only franchise in the NBA to never have a number one pick, never own a number one pick, never select it, never trade up for the number one pick, never even sign a number one pick in free agency later in their career. They've never even had like an Anthony Bennett, make his way onto the Pacers.
That's crazy. I didn't.
Well,
so
don't
I think
worry.
For the first time ever, the Pacers might be like, what if we go after the number one pick? Because that gives me that's a nice segue from the NBA to college, which is that this draft class coming out of college is insane. The freshman class. I said it last year that it was one of the best freshman classes we've ever seen. I've already forgotten about last year's freshman class because this year's freshman class is so much better.
Really?
So if you're a fan of an NBA team that's not good, which I know you are too, T-Bob.
Pelicans 2 winners of 2 in a row, but yeah, Zion's already out there.
Great year to tank. Great year to tank.
Okay.
I think like the top 7 guy. I mean, Koa Pete, this kid at Arizona who had his coming out party game 1.
Yeah. Dropped 30 on...
They're calling him Mr. Arizona is his nickname, which I think is
sick.
Pretty sick. As far as lazy nicknames go, that one's awesome.
So you mentioned Koa Pete, and he had the dominant 30-point performance to beat Florida, right? Right out of the gates here. Who are some of the other premier freshmen that we should be on the lookout for?
Darren Peterson at Kansas is a guy who's going to try to score 25 a game and just might. He's electric. He could score from anywhere. Takes tough shots. The Bonsa at BYU is the number 1 recruit. He's 6'9", can do it all. BYU has Final Four aspirations.
You got a lot of money put in that team, huh?
Yeah. Your guy at Duke.
Yeah.
Cameron Boozer. Named after the arena?
He was named after the arena that he plays in right now.
So it's Carlos's son.
Cameron Indoor.
I didn't
Is that
know
Carlos's
that.
son?
That's
It's got to be.
Cameron Boozer, yeah.
Right? Got to be.
But he has a twin, Caden, and Caden's just named after...
Wait, what? You can't have a twin and only name one? I didn't have to say what?
Yeah, well, they
I
knew
feel
which
like-
one was going to be better.
I feel like the other one should be named something else. Dude,
Indoor?
Like Krzyzewski.
Indoor.
Boozer.
Yeah. Indoor Boozer.
Indoor Boozer. I like that.
That actually would go crazy.
Yeah.
That is
That's
my
me
life.
during the winter.
Yeah, that's a lot of us. A lot of us can relate. That'd be everyone's favorite player. Big T's got a guy,
Yeah.
a freshman to be excited about.
Nate Ament. It's going to be a beast.
DeBonza at BYU, they talked about how he went to BYU because of all the reasons around the basketball program, around how much he likes Utah. Do you buy any of that? They didn't mention the money.
No, I think it was the money. I think it might have been the money. They did get when he got to campus, there was a picture of him standing outside of the church, and I thought that was funny because he was like, I'll do the one photo op, and then I'm gonna go back to my dorm.
Yeah, so
cash my checks.
all these guys that you mentioned, those are kind of projected to be top 10 picks in the NBA draft. Is there like a overseas guy that everyone's talking about, or is this going to be a year where it's like a lot of Americans?
My early read right now is that it's going to be a lot of the Americans, a lot of the freshmen. The point I was going to make about Koa Pete, though, he's the guy that has everyone's attention right now early in this college basketball season. He's like the 9th ranked recruit, 10th ranked.
Damn.
The people who pay close attention to this stuff will tell you that this kid that scored 30 on the defending national champs, who, by the way, they lost some guys from the national championship team. They did not lose their front court. I thought Florida coming into the season has the best front court in college basketball, and this freshman just dominated them.
That's
and
so
he
crazy.
is, according to the experts, the 9th best freshman we have in college basketball.
So look,
He's
it's
such a beast.
It's gonna be a great year for hoops.
Yeah.
Everybody should go subscribe to Mostly Hoops. Go check it out. It's you. It's White Boy Rick. It's Tate and
Dana Beers.
Yes, duh, of course.
So fired up for Dana Beers.
me and Dana are
He's in
getting
his
our
element.
back waxed later. We're getting our backs waxed later. Backs waxed.
That's a tough thing to say.
Yeah, it is tough to say. We're
Been
gonna
doing this for-
me, Dana, and Kate.
You're a hairy back guy?
As I've gotten older, I've sprouted angel wings, and I never see it.
yeah.
Like just like hair on my back fat, like right here.
Are you doing this because you want to, or because you're curious?
No, we have our Big Boys Club podcast that we do with Ella Griffin.
Yeah.
She was talking about getting waxed and what a vulnerable, funny thing it is. And while I couldn't convince the boys to go full manzillion with me, we're gonna go get our backs waxed.
I got the chest and the stomach waxed at the Super Bowl last year.
How did it
Lost
hurt?
it bad. It hurt bad.
Yeah.
Yes. It
Yeah.
hurt. It
That's
hurt
what I've
real
heard.
bad. God bless women.
How long does that last? Like how long if
I was
it wax?
I was
before it
like
goes back?
hairless for I'd say 2 months. Then,
Okay.
and now
That's
I'm
pretty
back.
good.
Now I'm back to like before.
Probably
Like,
should have done it
I'm
during the
hairier than ever
summer.
now,
But I don't know. Okay, Mark, I've been told that you have to give us your final four. 3
Do we
days
have a
into the
bracket? Do we have a bracket?
Bracketology. I noticed you didn't mention Purdue.
Purdue's interesting because I do think they're worthy of the number one, being ranked number one, only because like it's so hard to Purdue. The reason Purdue should be ranked number one in my eyes is they have the highest floor. Like I don't think Purdue is going to bottom out. I don't think Purdue. We've seen in college basketball preseason number one teams late the last few years have not been as good. I don't think that's going to happen with Purdue. They're going to be pretty good. I don't love their ceiling. I don't know. Like they're kind of just going to be the same team they were last year, which They lost 12 games last year. Were their 4 seed, I think. So they'll be a little bit better. They'll probably win the Big Ten, although I like Michigan a lot. In fact,
Oh, no.
Michigan might be. I might have to put Michigan in my Final Four. Michigan terrifies me. Michigan is very, very good.
Gross.
Which is going to be a problem because Dave's not going to realize how good Michigan is until like late February.
And then he's just going to lord it over you.
He's going to be like, oh my God, this
entire
Michigan
time.
team. Yeah, he's going to be calling guys by their numbers and not their names. I think Houston's a team I like a lot. Very, very close to winning the national championship last year. They have the nice mix of like bringing guys back and getting 5 stars in the mix. Who else? I'll throw Kentucky in there. I think they're fun. They're very deep. And then I'll do a bonus pick with Big T. You wanna throw one in here?
So you have Houston, Kentucky.
I'll do a celebrity pick with Big T, I guess.
You had Houston,
I have Houston. I have Kentucky. I'm throwing Michigan in there because I do think Michigan has the highest ceiling.
Michigan's a good pick.
I think Michigan's very good.
I mean, is Duke gonna?
You want to do Duke?
No, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
St. John's?
St. John's.
That's actually an
I'll do
interesting
St. John's.
pick. Is Arkansas?
I can't resist Rick Pitino, so I'll do St. John's.
Yeah.
There you go, baby.
Ball, Jerry.
Ricky P. Back. All right, coming up next, we still have Kate's Thursday night football roast, and I still want to talk about some of these other NFL and college games that we've been touched on coming up over this weekend. So don't go anywhere. Look at that, guys. Fall time is here.
My goal this season is to just do a million different Final Fours, and by the end of the year,
One's going to hit. It's like the parlays.
Yeah.
You just keep shooting. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. Let's go back to the NFL. We talked about tonight's Thursday night game to open the show. Raiders Broncos, again, kind of old school in a lot of ways with Carroll and Sean Payton matching up. I think it's like 100. It's basically both guys around like 180 career wins and damn near 20 seasons. We mentioned Patriots at Bucks. We touched on Steelers Chargers. Probably the biggest game of the weekend that we haven't hit on.
Browns Jets.
Yes, Browns Jets has to be two teams fighting for that first for that first overall pick. The Jets just engaging in a fire sale. The Browns standing pat.
Wait,
on Myles Garrett.
This was actually the game that we were going to talk about?
No, that's just how good our graphics are.
That's incredible.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Shout out Connor, dude. Shout out our director, Steph. That was big time,
Vikings,
dude.
if we were to talk about that, for example.
Ravens Vikings?
Ravens Vikings. The Ravens play the Vikings. They're going on the road to Minnesota.
Look at that, dude. No, actually, I mean, sneaky great game here because I am convinced. I mean, look, J.J. McCarthy shocked, I think, a lot of us playing well last week, but I'm convinced that the Ravens are just so fully back, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
And
Dominant 143-yard performance from J.J. McCarthy. He's rolling.
You sound like a hater.
What?
Somebody out there's
I said it was a dominant
somebody out
performance.
there's skipping a hater list about J.J. McCarthy haters.
I said it was a dominant performance. How is that a hater?
I'm going to say, Mark, that you kind of did just call me out on my BS because I just said J.J. McCarthy played good because they won.
Yeah.
I don't actually. I didn't actually look up
He had
J.J.'s
2 long
numbers.
touchdown drives where they started at the 35.
He ran one in. He ran one in.
Ran one in.
He did run one in.
He did
That was
run one
huge,
in. Jerry knew.
I thought JJ looked good last
Jerry
week. I know
knows.
he didn't have like a super impressive stat line, but that's not the game plan. That's not the formula.
No.
that
He
the
did what he
Vikings have.
did. Yeah,
It's
he
like-
did what they needed to do to win. It was just, it's got to be the worst game in the history of football that is like the emphatic shut the haters up game.
yeah, that's actually a very good point.
It's like, that'll shut the haters up.
Yeah.
Those 143 yards.
I think he actually is the best in the NFL at handing the ball off.
All right, guys, so check this out.
If you look at his college, he was elite at that in college. It's translated to the pros.
This is the NFC playoff picture as it stands today. And by the way, we do also have Packers-Eagles, which, as you can see from that, that's going to be a massive one this weekend. Here's the question. Is there a team currently in there? If you had to choose one that will drop out, who would that be? And then when you look at In the Hunt, God, I love an In the Hunt graphic.
Yeah.
Is there a team from the In the Hunt grouping that will jump in? It's tough to see in the NFC.
I got a crazy one.
Okay.
Cowboys.
You like the Quinnen Williams pickup?
I do. Secondary's rough for sure, but I mean, they just added the linebacker from the Bengals. I know he's not great.
Logan
but he's
Wilson.
pretty good. I think there's a chance that they can just get really hot.
Okay, so if the Cowboys, because again, the offense gives them that puncher's chance. Who would have to? To me, it's not even any of those teams coming in. I just don't know who's going to drop out.
Yeah.
I mean, like that is the premier of the
Niners?
NFC right there.
Yeah.
Niners would be the one. I think.
Niners just
Yeah.
I would say the Niners, and it's nothing against the team. They are just so injured.
They're getting healthy though.
They're getting healthy.
When's Ayuk
but
coming back?
He's not getting healthy. I'm sorry, I lied about that. Ayuk's not back, but
I don't know
I
about.
think he could. I think he's going to be back in the next couple weeks, though.
yeah, but not this week. They're getting their center back this week. Bryce Huff is coming back. Ricky Pearsall has a chance to play.
Maybe not then. Maybe they stay.
Just Brock Purdy. I don't know what's going to happen with him, if he's going to get the foot surgery or what. And then Mac Jones, he seems to get banged up all the time.
God,
He's good. He's played well.
Yeah, he's putting it out there.
But he's had a couple games where he walks off the field and he looks like he's not going to make it to the sideline.
No, the wear and tear's all red.
Yeah.
Final thing about this graphic. Shout out the Panthers. We
I
love
was going to
Carolina
ask,
Mike.
can I see the Panthers schedule? Can we
get the Panthers schedule? Excellent graphics
good
production
enough
team.
at that?
I like this. This has
Full
become
schedule.
Mark versus production.
Look at that. They're
love
so
schedule.
fast, dude. We have an incredible team here.
All right, because the Panthers, I didn't realize until a couple days ago the Panthers are like actually in the hunt.
No, nobody
Like,
knows.
they just kind of exist. They play every game in the 1 p.m. slate. There's 8 other games going on. My Octo box, or my Quad box Octo, whatever, never has the Panthers.
No.
Never. And then I look up and they're 5-4, and they're
How about this? I think this is the first team ever, though I could be screwing something up here. But they're 5-4 and they've been underdogs in every single game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like through 9 weeks of the season they have a winning record underdog. I think they're the only ones to ever do that.
I was hoping for not that when you pulled up the schedule. That is not good.
No.
That is a tough schedule.
It's not, but
That's not a fun stretch right there.
the Meow Mix podcast, they pulled themselves back. They were going to come back. So famously, the Meow Mix podcast said after what loss?
I think
that?
it was 42-13 to the Patriots.
Yeah, when they lost that game, they said we can't do the podcast anymore. It's detrimental to our mental health. And then they went on a little winning streak.
4 or
here.
5, yeah.
4 or 5, and then they said we're coming back this week. Then former players from the Panthers like Jonathan Stewart were like, "Dude, you can't bring the podcast back. We've been on the hottest streak of all time."
Yeah.
And they said, "You know what? We're gonna, for the good of the team, we're not gonna do a podcast." So I feel like they're hot right now.
Yeah.
They're firing. This is playing out where the Panthers could actually be in the hunt later on to the season. And a lot of people are asking, like, if you were to redraft 2023, do you take C.J. Stroud first, or do you take Bryce Young first?
People are talking.
A lot of people are.
Also, shout out Carolina Mike. We had him on yesterday. Have you seen that song this guy did?
Yes, Carolina
He's
Mike.
the man. And actually, thank you to our wonderful bosses at Fox who had to pay for this, but we got Carolina Mike paid. Because the song is technically copyrighted, so we played it on here and they had to give him some money. Let's go.
I think also the Bears.
All right.
We should mention the Bears in the NFC too.
AFC playoff picture, same question. I mean, this is easy because, like,
I
you
don't
imagine
know.
the Ravens have to jump in.
Yeah.
The Chargers' offensive line will screw them. And then it's the Jags. So I'll go Chiefs, Ravens in, Chargers,
Yeah.
Jags out.
You think the Chiefs will make the playoffs? You think they'll find a way to close strong down the stretch?
Yeah, I think they might. We might as well just take the Chiefs and the Ravens and just sub out the Steelers and the Broncos.
Oh, that's true. Maybe
Why
Steelers.
Steelers?
Maybe
Why
Steelers.
I'm just saying, Jerry. Do you think that you've said on the show before they're dead? You gave a speech about how
They just
you
beat-
and
they-
Nicky
they-
Numbers
they-
back in the day.
I'm not back on them like all the way back. They just beat pretty much the best team in football last week.
What year comes to mind when you see Colts 1 seed, Patriots 2 seed, Steelers 4 seed,
11?
Broncos 3?
Yeah, that's 2000.
What?
Yeah, this is
2000,
Peyton, Brady.
I guess were the Broncos good at that time?
Or I guess the Broncos and Colts weren't good at the same time, though.
Yeah,
Well,
right, it was
Andrew
Peyton.
Luck maybe a little bit. I can't remember. All right.
It is, yeah, that's a very nostalgic division.
nostalgic graphic.
Division leaders right there.
All right, guys. Thursday Night Football. We got my favorite segment of every single week. We got our girl Kate coming in for another Thursday Night Football roast. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to miss it. You're going to laugh. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's a big. Welcome back. Wake Up Barstool, FS1. We do it every Thursday. It's my favorite segment every Thursday, and that is our girl Kate with yet another Thursday Night Football roast. Kate, what's going on, girl?
Guys, I'm glad to be here. I barely made it. I just hiked in from the Rockies outside of Denver. Wearing my little hiking outfit here. I'm in the midst of another losing streak, but I'm certain with tonight's pick, the Broncos are going to buck the Raiders off their turf in a stunning mile-high 42-21 victory.
Damn.
And that's bad news
Bo
for the
next.
Vegas Raiders, because the Black Hole are about to get roasted.
Yeah, get their
Oh,
ass.
their fan base, the Black Hole. Okay. Little piece of charcoal now, isn't it? Quick little history for you. The Raiders started out in Oakland, moved to Los Angeles, went back to Oakland, and are now over in Las Vegas since 2020. I feel bad for all the hardcore fans that have stayed loyal through all these moves. Because if you look at the team's path on a map, they've been telling us something all along. Oh, it's a big L, isn't it? Then again, I heard Raider Nation has one of the lowest literacy rates of any country in the world, so this would mean nothing to them anyways. RuPaul's Drag Race features a wide range of runway themes, from Sassy Mermaid Party to Sitcom Mom's Night Out to Glamazonian Warrior Battle. But I have to say, my all-time personal favorite theme will always be Season 7's Big Gay Pirate Funeral. Getting that dressed up for a loss, guess that's why they call their stadium the Death Star.
The war medals are awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty
These are very accomplished.
The most diehard contingent of the Raider fan base calls themselves the Black Hole. Those are the ones most likely making the trek to Colorado for the game tonight. And boy, are they gonna be jealous when they land and see that Denver has an even bigger and more sinister black hole on the tail end of Blucifer. I don't know if they can even show. Have you ever seen, I cannot recommend Googling it enough. Google what's back there. Your mind's gonna be blown.
Anatomically correct, huh? Yeah.
A lot of veins, very odd.
That horse should be at the stadium.
The Raiders are currently 2-6 and are ranked 31st overall in yards per game. Yikes. I'm no expert, but they need to utilize those running backs better. Your team is in the driest state in the whole country, and you're not using enough lube? Come on. This just speaks to those rumors of ongoing tension between head coach Pete Carroll and offensive coordinator Chip Kelly following some shade thrown by Carroll in a press conference after Week 9's loss to the Jags. I've seen a combo like this before. Kelly is never going to hit the right note with a Carroll. You should have seen him on Drew performing Holly Jolly Christmas last year. Garbage. A bit of a stretch. Still can't believe they lost that game to the Jags, by the way, and by only 1 point. Sheesh. I guess Vegas just does not do well with big cats. I don't remember how that ended. Good.
What happened?
All right, Siegfried Roy.
It's a bad accident there. On a positive note, I like that they've found the ultimate loophole. Just because they're Super Bowl cut every year doesn't mean they can't have a Super Bowl cut every year. I don't travel much, but that right there has got to be the most popular sphere in Vegas.
It's a handsome.
Look at this dude.
Here's a genuine factoid, again, true, looked this up, that I was delighted to learn. Way back in 1986, when his father Al still owned the team, Mark Davis worked in the Raiders equipment room, and guess what product he genuinely, hand to God, produced? He came up with it himself. It's still in use in the league today. The Muff-style hand warmers.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's got the odd haircut, lives alone, and drives a '97 Dodge Caravan, but nobody's handled more muff than Mark Davis. What do you call it when quarterback Geno Smith gets the ball knocked out of his hands?
A fumble?
The Vegas Strip. I get the vibe that the coaching staff may not like him a lot right now, but what are they going to do about it? Pick it?
That's good.
What's my Nana's favorite casino game and something anyone who bets on the Raiders yells at the end of a game?
Craps.
Craps.
Sorry. I should have said slots.
Did you know that Las Vegas has more hotel rooms per capita than anywhere else in the globe? It's nice to know that despite the Raiders, the city can still claim the win. In hotel. Think you see them scoring a touchdown? Honey, that's just a mirage. Describe the defensive line in 2 words: circus, circus. A dust storm rolling in from the Mojave Desert about to hit the game. Man, delay.
That's good. That's good.
The Bellagio fountain has over 1,200 water nozzles. But if visitors really want to get hosed, they can spend money on a ticket over at Allegiant. Sin City really is the perfect town for that team. People like to pay to get screwed there. Casinos and fountains aside, Vegas is also famous for its neon signs. You can all picture the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas, the Paris, Paris neon balloon, the neon cowgirl kicking her fluorescent leg up at Glitter Gulch. It's such a staple that the city's Neon Museum was kind enough to gift a special one to the Raiders. Be sure to look for it right off the stadium exit on Highway 15. Speaking of, that's my exit. I was going to make one more joke comparing the Raiders to Area 51, but I've been told that's restricted. Let me give you guys some space. Go Broncos.
Thanks, Kate. Let's go, Kate. Oh, my God. Kate is the absolute best. Great job, Kate. As always, Thursday Night Football Roast. Go follow Kate. She's very funny. All right, coming up next, let's close out the show. We'll give our final picks for tonight's game. And do we have Big Tease? Big Tease, Big Tease, Big Tease? Okay.
We'll find out.
Coming up next here on FS1.
Big Tease.
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Shout out Kate. We love Kate. That was awesome. Now I want to talk a little college football, and then we'll give you our final Thursday Night Football picks. Big T, what is your college football game of the week? And we broke this down in Necessary Roughness if you want to listen, but I want to hear T's perspective. Which one are you most locked into this week?
I mean, it's got to be Texas Tech BYU, right?
I think it's that or maybe Oregon, Iowa. But you're right. Maybe because Texas Tech BYU sort of a de facto, maybe not elimination game, but certainly a catbird seat game.
Yeah,
when you look at how they both came in at 7 and 8 in the CFP rankings.
A what game? Oh,
Catbird seat.
Catbird seat.
It's classic catbird seat.
Nautical term. Yeah.
I've never known actually what the term comes from. It's a driver's seat essentially.
I said
Catbird.
it earlier in this show.
catbird?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget what about.
What are?
I got to Google something after the show.
Yeah. It means that, yeah, you take command of that conference if you win this game.
I got the context clues. It was
Actually, a very feline-based show today.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
5 dead cats, dead cat bounce, catbird seat.
Right.
So you think Texas Tech?
To answer your question, yeah, Texas Tech BYU. The College Football Playoff Committee seems to really like the Big 12.
Yeah.
Utah's there at, I think, 13. They're sitting pretty. These two teams, I don't know that Texas Tech can afford another loss, but BYU might be able to. I don't know. I like Texas Tech in the game. I still like them as a team that can advance pretty far in the College Football Playoff. I think they're a great team.
Yeah, the gambling perspective here, I mean, this is a lot like that Utah-Cincinnati game last week, where on paper it looks like they should be even, but I think Texas Tech's you see right there, 9.5-point favorites right now.
BYU's played with fire a little bit.
Yeah.
Have either of these coaches been on WUB recently?
Well,
I was not aware.
it's Kalani Sitake's first game since Wake Up.
Man, is that true?
Yeah, that's true. He came on the
All right, I'm gonna.
I was not aware
responsibly-
of the ironclad curse when I saw that Bob Chesney was going to.
No, Chesney's going to break the curse, brother. I'm telling you.
What is it, 0-7?
0-6, I think.
0-6?
Wow. But staring down a few tough matchups this weekend.
Yeah.
But we've spread a wide net to try to break it, right? Like Mississippi State's probably going to end up on the wrong side, but Silverfield should beat Tulane at home Friday night.
I'm not
National
convinced
TV.
of that, by the way.
And not everyone that comes on the show is a college football coach. Like we had Tucker Kraft on.
Jake Ferguson.
Well, he tore his ACL.
We had Colston Loveland on this week.
Oh no! No!
Bears fans.
Oh no!
I'll say this on BYU Texas Tech, and I actually kind of view this similarly to Iowa Oregon, is that it's a bit of conflicting styles, right? Old school, building through culture. Whole is greater than the sum of its parts versus kind of new upstart that is just throwing money and just got a ton of razor sharp talent all over the field. I'm going to be interested to see who wins those two sort of college football proxy wars. I think Texas exists on. I like Oregon.
Yep.
Everybody's hot on Iowa right now. It's too much. Too many people doing the flavor of the week. Oh, Iowa's actually better, and Oregon's actually not that good. I think Dan Lane, Oregon's going to go into Kinnick, make a statement.
I do think Iowa lost. The first game was Iowa State. Second game was Iowa State. Was that first game of the year?
Not the first game.
The
maybe
first
second
or
third
game we paid
week.
attention to.
Yeah.
And it was a very low-scoring game, right? If memory serves.
Yeah, Gronowski really struggled. He's been much better as of
I
late.
feel like the country just kind of said, "Oh, same old Iowa." Put Iowa over here. Hasn't paid any attention to Iowa since. And I feel like Iowa's probably the best team that no one has watched outside of Iowa since.
They played Indiana the closest of anybody.
That's what they're getting. That's like what they're getting all the credit for this week. Is we're looking back now and being like, "Oh, Indiana's a wagon." They had them.
Yeah.
Obviously, if ifs and buts were candy nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. If Iowa had won that game, they'd be number 6 in the country right now.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I think this is going to be the most fun environment this weekend.
Oh, it's going to be
Iowa City's going to be
electric in Iowa City. And really going to put Oregon to the test because, like, where Oregon struggled in the past was toughness. And I do feel like Dan Lanning has changed this, but we're going to see. Because one thing I was looking up on PFF yesterday, Iowa has the highest rated center in the entire country. I think their guards are like 2nd and 3rd, and then their tackles are like 11 and 12.
Wow.
So the offensive line is beast in the trenches, but Oregon's D-line is too. So we'll see.
Did PFF, did they go back? Did they rank you? Can they go back and...
I don't know.
They should do
know.
that. I'd like to see
I don't think I would have graded particularly well. We'll just stick to high school rankings. I ranked well there. I was telling the story yesterday. At my first year starting, we lost to Florida at home, and I played really bad. And after film, I was peeing at the urinal, and I just started crying.
Oh, no.
Not even in the stall.
It ripped apart in film section?
It was bad.
Yeah,
I graded out at like a 60 or something. Yeah. It was just terrible.
You got to cry somewhere, though. The urinal's not bad.
Yeah, maybe the stall would have been a better idea.
Where do you guys cry in the office?
Oh, I've got a room.
You got a room?
Yeah, I got a
room. Yeah.
There's that green room upstairs that nobody ever goes in. That's a good cry spot.
I think that's
I go to my car, and it's just kind of not as private as I want it to be, so I don't know.
No, you'll probably end up on the yak. On security camp. Oh, look at him. He's crying. Oh, what a loser. All right, Thursday Night Football picks, boys. What do we got? Are we just all going to do it again?
I have the Raiders leading going into the fourth quarter, and then the Broncos win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, perfect.
That's what I have.
I like Broncos.
There it is.
Yeah, I think this is the night we might get a blowout.
We'll see. I don't know. Thursday night's been delivering any given Thursday. That's what they say.
I love the courtesy to the Drew Barrymore show.
Yeah.
I don't know when that happened.
Thank you to everybody. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Close out the week.
Hi, Mom. Sorry about the mullet, Mom.